Okay, welcome everyone. Kevin LaRocca here with Binary Pro Strategies. This is going to be a recap for this last week, ending on July 12th, 2019. And before we get started, if you like these videos, please give me a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe and hit the little notification button. I am getting ready to send out some really good training videos, which I think you guys will find helpful. Also, anybody that subscribes, I'm going to go ahead and release a nice little pattern that you can use with the FT100s if you like to trade hourlies. I think you guys would really enjoy it. Really strong pattern, but you have to be a subscriber in order to receive it. So if you do subscribe, you'll be getting a copy. It should be out within the next week. So anyhow, let's go through this week's action and see how we did. I mean, this is one of the best weeks I've had in a while. And as I've always been saying for months, that as we go into the summertime, I don't know, for some reason, just Forex seems to pick up. So, and that was definitely the case this week. Also, stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to show you Friday's action. I'm going to show you actual charts that I share with my members. And you can see the actual signals that we had. So you can see just how accurate these patterns are, because they really are something else, and they do work across the board in all the Forex pairs. So, starting off with Sunday night, man, it was really slow. Pretty unusual for a Sunday night. Actually, to be honest with you, I was a little disappointed because we didn't have a whole lot of really strong setups for the core pattern. I may have made maybe one crystal ball trade. I can't remember that night. It's not something I focus on Sundays. I will use it from time to time, but for most of the people in chat on Sunday nights are not familiar with crystal balls, so I typically don't get into it. So just made a few trades. You know, once I went green, my equity was kind of up and down a little bit. I mean, it wasn't down very much, maybe 75, 80 bucks, and then it would come up. And then so once I hit $48, I said, that's it, I'm out of here, because it was just a very unusual Sunday night. But once again, it's one of my favorite nights to trade. So night trading is my favorite time to trade. Sundays is my best day to trade. So anyway, we ended up $48 on that. Okay, and then on Monday, nice strong Monday. I mean, it was great EOM all day long. EOM is something that I'll teach you in either one of the packages that you purchase. It's with the core strategy. It's very important when it comes to trading. You have to have good EOM. The way I look at EOM is, which is ease of movement, is different than what you'll find anywhere else. So that gives me a huge advantage, because I'm not looking at the same things everybody else is looking at. Okay, I don't use indicators. You don't need indicators to trade. I've never known anybody that can consistently make money trading indicators. Yeah, you're going to see some that claim they had a big day, but have they been consistent? You know, you can see I've had over 200 something days right now, 240 days, and you can see that what I teach and what I have is consistent. It's because it's different. And it works, and it's based off of what I call behavioral patterns, and people will continue to behave the same way over and over and over again. So that's kind of the basis of what I teach you. But anyway, great day, trades all day long, tons of, I have five total now core patterns that I have developed, and that's what I was trading all day, and everything was just hitting. So it's a really, really nice day, $941. So great day. Monday night wasn't as strong as the morning, obviously, but I mean, overall, still had several really strong setups. All core patterns, no crystal balls tonight. So we still ended up I mean, it wasn't a bad night. $276. Considering that it was quiet, didn't have a whole lot of trades, it's still a very decent night. So I'm happy for the total day. I think I did quite well on Monday. Okay, so Tuesday morning, nice steady action this morning, which continued into the afternoon. Traded my 1 to 3 size strategy, which I'll teach you. Tells you how to adjust trading size. But anyway, I used my 1-3 strategy, and still ended up making for a really nice day. That's, you know, $400, $500 is a good day, no matter how you look at it. And then every once in a while you have these killer days. We'll get into that in a little bit here. But anyway, not a bad not a bad morning for Tuesday to start off. Okay, Tuesday night, steady action continued. I mean, just kind of a repeat of this morning. So good action, traded a lot of the core patterns, ended up making some nice money. So overall, really nice day. This whole week has been great. So as you can kind of see here, Wednesday morning, markets did start off pretty choppy. It put me in the red starting off before the strikes narrow. And this is important. Strikes do narrow around 11:05 Central Time, 12:05 Eastern Time. That's important. When I'm talking about the ladder, the strike ladder, they do narrow down. And the beauty of that is you tend to get much better premiums because you're not having to go out so far. So you get much better premiums. The action slows down. It's an ideal time to trade. And that's probably why the nights are so good, because they're always narrowed. You don't have these big spreads on the forex pairs. Now there are some that don't really change much, like the euro yen, and the pound yen, and the Canadian, but I don't trade a lot of those unless I see something I really like. So pretty much just stuck to my strongest signals. The two main ones, my two main patterns, just were hitting like crazy too, and just made for a really nice day. So anyway, Wednesday night action tonight was steady with several strong setups. Kind of same as today's action. I guess I just only kind of stuck to my best core patterns. I have several that I really like, and the other ones weren't really coming in. So, but the strong ones did develop. So, took advantage of those and made for a really nice night. So you can see pretty consistent across the board what I'm making in these sessions. Now, the difference is that from the morning I'm looking at 8 a.m. Central till 3 p.m. Central. Whereas in the night session, I'm only trading for 2 hours. So obviously you can see the nights are stronger because I'm making pretty much what I'm making during the day, but over a shorter period of time, right? So I'm only trading for 2 hours, and it's just nights are a great time to trade. If you have the opportunity to trade at night, I highly suggest it, and or Sunday nights are very good. So anyway, so let's go into Thursday. Thursday, wow, are things really picking up? So nice action early in the morning, followed through in the afternoon, kind of like it's been doing all week. All my profits this morning came from the core strategy. Did no crystal balls. Core strategy is something that I teach in both packages, depending on what package you choose. The only difference is with the higher price package, I also teach you the crystal ball, which I'll get into here in Thursday night. But anyway, so I was able to adjust contract size using the 1:3 ratio. Man, it was just hitting, and so obviously, above average returns for this particular session. 767, that makes for a great day. But Thursday night, wow, Thursday night was the best night I've had in a long, long time. Now, keep in mind, Thursday nights are only open to those that have purchased the crystal ball. So we focus only on crystal ball trades. Once again, it's one of my strongest patterns. But we have several strong crystal ball trades, which I took full advantage of. The crystal ball doesn't get a lot of setups, but it's still very strong, and it is my most powerful method for trading. And I call it the crystal ball because unlike the other patterns, it will usually give me an indication of which way the market wants to move. Usually within several minutes before it develops. Now, some of the other patterns, you can see that, but it's nothing like the crystal ball. And there's a complete logic behind all these patterns. But the crystal ball is, I love the crystal ball. And so that's why we kind of keep Thursday nights only for crystal ball traders so they can, work on trading it. get those skills down, because it's a very, very powerful method. You could trade crystal ball at any time. You just have to be patient because you just don't get a lot of setups. I tend to get more setups on the crystal ball at night than I do during the day. Just one of those things. So anyway, that's Thursday night. Friday morning, wow, like I said, this whole week has been great. Very unusual, very strong week. They're typically very hard days to trade, Fridays, but today's action was different. I think last week we had a pretty good Friday. So it must be the fact that we're just moving into a stronger period of time right now. So Fridays are coming around. I always start off trading Fridays with caution, always going light, but I start all my days light. And then if the action looks good, then yeah, I'll adjust some of my size. But nonetheless, only trading core patterns tonight, made for a really strong night. So overall, you can see we had an awesome week. Now let's take a look at our first trades. Once again, what the first trade is, I call it kind of a once and done. In other words, what is my very first trade for that session? So if I'm trading at 8 a.m., my very first trade that I take out of the gate, that's what this shows. And same for the tonight's session. You can see that I hit it 90%. I had a total of 10 trading sessions. And once again, all these sessions are with my members. They're all, I have all my members watching these trades. I'm calling these trades out. I'm making these trades. I'm executing them. I'm telling you where I'm getting in. I'm telling you where I'm getting filled. I'm telling you I'm buying it. And of course, I always get out at the close. I don't get out early, so they know where I get out. And so all these trades are monitored by my subscribers. So they're very accurate. Some actually have done better than I have during the week. That can happen. Sometimes I'll take some marginal trades, and they don't. They usually, a lot of them just stick to the strong signals, which is fine. But I like the action, and I think more opportunity leads to more profit. So that's kind of why I'm probably a little bit more aggressive than some. But nonetheless, you can see I hit it 90%. So first trade out of the gate, Sunday, win. Monday, win. Monday night, win. The only night that I didn't hit was, look, Thursday night, which is pretty weird because that was my best night of the week. So you can't go by your first trade to say, is it going to be a great day or not a good day? It is what it is. But typically the very first trade, and once again, I'm not really focusing on making a winning trade for my first trade. I'm just taking my very first signal that comes up with the core strategy, and I'm taking it, period. That's it. And it's not something I'm sitting here trying to really focus on. If you did, probably would do a little bit better. But, I mean, let's face it, 90% is pretty good. Okay? So, let's take a look at Friday's action, because I think you guys would really enjoy this. This is something that I want you to know that all this that you see is these blue arrows here are plotted on a daily basis when you join my chat room. And I do this for most of the currency pairs. I say most. I do it for the 4 main, and then I'll do some for the euro, yen, and the pound yen. Don't really do anything for the Canadian. I'm not a big trade the Canadian dollar very much. But you do see these arrows. Now, what these arrows represent is these are my strongest setup patterns. So like a blue arrow would mean up, pointing up means I'm buying it for that, 5-minute time frame. And the down arrow means I'm selling it for that 5-minute time frame. I'm getting in slightly after the opening, and I get out on the close. Okay. And I'm typically buying below the opening. So in the case of this first trade over here, you can see that once this opens here, okay, which is right here, right, because it's green, it closes there. This is the whole body of the candle. I'm buying somewhere down here. Okay, that's typically what I'm doing. I'm buying down there. And you can see, I had one loss. I mean, this makes it very easy to adjust trade size, because when I have a loss, I know I have a very strong probability that my next one's going to be a winner. So, in a lot of cases, I'll put some size on. I do like a 1-to-3 ratio. You can do any ratio you want, but I like 1-to-3. Sometimes I'll do more. But anyway, these are actual signals that are printed out in advance. Everybody knows I'm getting ready to buy or sell. There's no guesswork here. It's not after the fact. This is before the fact. And right as those new set of strikes are opening up, they know whether I'm being buying or selling. And as soon as it opens, I'm either buyer or seller. And that's it. Once I get filled, I'm into the close of that 5 minutes. And like I said, these are all plotted. And I do this for every single pair except the Canadian dollar. Okay, so these the greens are other patterns. They're very good patterns, but definitely not as strong as the blue. I have a lot of people just stick to this very first blue pattern, which is fine. I do sometimes will come in and trade some of these other patterns if I see it correlated with some of the other pairs. So I do like that. But nonetheless, that's kind of what you get when you join the chat room. If you purchase one of the package, I suggest that you also purchase the monthly chat room because this is how you're going to learn the fastest. You're going to see me. You and I will sit there. You can ask me all questions you want during the day. I explain everything. I tell you what pattern it is, why I'm making it. Also, there's some tips and tricks that I teach you along the way that I can't put in the videos because there's a lot of them. And I think that helps. So overall, I mean, if you truly want to be a trader and you want to make money at this business, invest a little bit more, get into the monthly chat, and you won't be disappointed, okay? Because when you can learn your system on your own, and that's why I set it up that way. You can just purchase the package, go out and trade it. That's fine. The videos are good, and they tell you exactly what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But if you want to learn the little tips and tricks and also have access to any new videos that I'm putting out, then you want to join the chat room because that does give you access to any new videos as well. So that's it. Also, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Also, if you want to get a hold of that trading pattern for the FT100, the hourly, go to my website, binaryprostrategies.com. Provide me with your email address, and let me know that you want that free pattern for the FT100s. Once again, I trade 5 minutes. But it's a pattern that I do know works, and it's for the FT100. So if you're an hourly guy, you probably would be happy to have that in your trading arsenal. So anyway, that's it, and I hope everybody have a great week, and I'm looking forward to this coming week as well. So we will talk to you soon. Take care. Okay, so if you're interested in learning exactly how I do this, I do offer 2 different packages. And the way this is set up is that if you want to learn about the core strategy package, now that isn't going to include all the videos. You're going to get full access to all my training videos and educational material. You're going to get full disclosure of the core strategy, which I use a lot, particularly the single and double continuation patterns. The majority of all the results that you see on my daily returns is going to be based off of those 2 patterns, okay? I also do trade the delta pattern, and I also will show you how to use the nibble strategy. The nibble strategy is designed to catch very short-term trades, and I'll show you exactly how to use that in combination with some of the other core patterns. Also, how to transition from demo to a live account. This is very important. That video is also included. As you know, it's also available on YouTube for free. But how to transition from a demo to a live account is very important. Something you need to watch. Don't just jump in and start trading in a live account. You want to learn the strategy, and you want to make sure that you're profitable. I'd say at least 9 out of every 10 days. And then when you get ready to transition to a live account, please watch the video because there's some really good steps on how to make that transition. Also, when you purchase the package, you're going to get a 1-hour personal training with me. So you and I will do a one-on-one, and I'll make sure that you fully understand everything and how it works. Now, this package is designed to pretty much purchase and go if you wish. You can purchase, watch everything, and go out and trade on your own. Now, if you want to learn about the core strategy, plus the crystal ball, basically you're getting everything in here
You're getting the core strategy, but you're also going to get the you're going to learn the crystal ball method. That's something that's available. That's a video that is not available online. That's something you and I will once again sit down and go through and make sure you fully understand it. Now, if you decide that you want to go just with the core strategy and learn the crystal ball at some point, I'll just charge you the difference between the core strategy price and then the full price that includes the crystal balls. So I'll just charge you the difference between the two. Okay, so these are designed to basically purchase, learn them, and then go and do your own trading and so forth. Now, if you wish to join me live as I trade live every day, which I highly suggest, because what I do is I also, not only do I share my charts, but I show you where I'm getting in, where I'm getting out, what strike, what price, why I'm doing it, what I'm seeing in the market. It's well worth it, and that's only going to be $50. Okay, so if you want to, once again, if you just want to learn these on your own, you can purchase the package and move on. If you want to learn the package and then also join my live trading room, chat room, then that's just $50 a month, and that's $50 reoccurring as long as you want to stay. There's no time limit, so if you want to stay 2 months, 3 months, a year, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just $50 a month. Okay, so if you're interested, you want to go to binaryprostrategies.com, and in there under Join Now, you're click on that little button. It'll pop up. You'll see this, and you can go ahead and purchase one of these two packages, and or if you're a reoccurring member, you can go ahead and join the monthly if you're not already part of the chat room. So any questions, as always, you can always get a hold of me by going to the website. My phone number's there, email address, and so forth. So if you like to do that, feel free to give me a call. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions before you make a decision. But everything I teach is fully disclosed. I'm not holding anything back. I am here to educate. I'm not a signal provider. That doesn't do you any good by me just giving you my signals. I'm here to teach you how I see the signals, and I want you to learn them as well and be able to identify them as well as I do. And then, this way, you are free to trade on your own. You don't need me around all the time. But for those that like to stay in the chat room and trade with us live every day, that's always an option as well. So that's it. Thanks once again for watching my video.